Hello friends, it's Miss Jackie, and today I am going to show you how to make your own gumball machine. So let's get started. Okay, so the supplies that we need for this activity are, we're going to need a terracotta pot, we're going to need a plant saucer, you're going to need a glass bowl, and then you're going to need something to put on top of your lid, and I'll show you what that's going to look like. Now, something really important when you're making this is you want to make sure that the bottom of your bowl and the top of your pot match. So if you were to put this on here, you don't want too much excess space and you don't want to have too much little space, so the glass bowl is over the edge. If you have some trouble with that, you could buy another saucer, glue that there, and put that on top. So you would need 2 saucers instead of 1. But if you're lucky enough, you'll find something that fits right on top. Now with your saucer, you want to make sure that also can sit right on top of the glass bowl. You don't want it too big and you don't want it too small. You want this all to kind of sit together. Then for the top here, you could choose to put nothing on there, but it also, the top usually kind of has like a little thing and it'll be good for a handle. So I have this wood bead that I found at a craft store. So mine will just sit on top like that. So this is what it's going to look like, but it'll look a little nicer. So we're also going to need paint. So you're going to want to decide how you want this to look like. There are a lot of examples online, so you could type it in and see what other people have done. So I have my paint here. You're also going to want some Mod Podge, paint brushes, and then you're going to want to glue. So I have E6000 here that we'll use to glue. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to paint our pot, we're going to paint our saucer, and we're going to paint our bead. So let's go ahead and paint that, and I'll see you when it's all finished. All right, so I finished painting my saucer and the bottom of the pot, and then I also went ahead and gave it a cover of Mod Podge just to protect it. I used shiny, so that way it gave it kind of that shiny look. So after it's sit and it's dried, what we're going to do is we're going to glue our glass there. And I have some E6000. You're gonna want something that's really strong to put it on there. So we're going to spread it all over. Let it sit, and then we're going to take our bead and we're going to glue it to the top of here. And this one you might want to hold it just to make sure it doesn't fall. So let's get that set for a little bit and then we'll see when it's all finished. And here is our gumball machine. Now it is still drying, the glue, you can kind of see it down there and a little bit at the top, but I'll probably let it sit for a couple hours before filling it with anything anyways. Now, if you are going to be putting food in here, when you paint your lid, you don't need to paint all the way on the inside there. I didn't go all the way in because I don't want the paint to be touching any food I might put in there. Oop, let's put that back. So I'll only paint until what you can see, which really most of this is going to be how you can see. You're not going to see too much under the saucer there. Now, you could fill other things in here. You could, besides gum, you could put in craft supplies, you could put in candy, you could put plants. Really, the sky's the limit. It just depends on how big your jar up here is and what you want to put in there. My base is a little big. I probably could have gone with a slightly smaller pot, but I think it does the trick and it looks pretty good. So thank you for joining me today as we make our gumball machines, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.